Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick run through of my brand new 2023 Mako 18 LTS. We're going to go through a couple of features on it, just a couple of first impressions as we get into fishing with this thing over the next couple of videos. So we just picked it up yesterday. There's still some modifications I got to do that I'm going to talk to you about, but really impressed so far. The trailer is nice and beefy, very durable. An awesome winch comes with it. This whole package, including Mercury's Platinum Protection Plan, which adds additional years for a total of 8 years warranty on the engine. This whole package was about $45,000 out the door, taxes included. And I was going to buy a used kind of flats boat, but the issue with that was everyone was asking pretty much the same price for something used, and I fish a lot, so I wanted something brand new with a warranty. So let's kind of start in the front and go through a couple things here. There is a nice winch that comes with it. Like I mentioned, there is a nice trailer jack as well that comes with it, nice and beefy. That's been pretty awesome. It does have a swing away tongue, so if you have limited space for storage, you can swing that, but it fit perfectly under the metal building that we got. You do have the opening right here for navigation lights in the front. You do have a swing up anchor cleat right there. And I have the Mako Terova on here with the remote control and spot lock feature. Now, originally there was a time in my life when I thought I would never want a remote control trolling motor. I would only want, you know, hand control. But after fishing with this thing with a friend, I knew I had to have it. This is 80-pound thrust, 24 volts with the iPilot feature. And there's a lot of applications that I think this is going to be great for, that's going to really enhance my fishing. All right, so we got fuel tank here on the side. We got another cleat back here. I thought it was really weird that there's a cleat back here, one on the other side, and there's not one right here for like attaching a bumper, like a dock bumper. But I suppose you can always, like, somehow you can put like a rope and a knot underneath that lid to put like a bumper over on the side, or you can maybe tie to the handrail here to put a bumper over this side. So let's see, still on the outside, we got the Mercury 4-stroke. This is 115 horsepower. You can go bigger, but I'm not really in a hurry, and I just want to keep the package weight down. I thought about going with maybe even a lighter horsepower engine, less horsepower, so I could even be lighter and float shallower, but all the recommendations I saw said that you really need to go with the 115. It does come with the Bob's Machine Shop jack plate, which is a must for fishing shallow, which I'm going to be doing a lot of. And it came with this here. By the way, if you have a boat and you don't have one of these, you need to. I have actually cracked a transom before with a previous boat I had, because we did not have one of these that just goes from the motor to the trailer. So as you're going down the road and this thing bounces, this prevents it from torquing on that transom and then cracking it. So this thing is a lifesaver. All right, so we got trim tabs came with the boat. I didn't really think I needed the trim tabs, but they do come with it. So that's just a part of it there. This is a little step to get in the boat. So let's go ahead and get in the boat, and we'll talk about some of the other features inside this boat here. Okay, so starting in the front, we have the anchor locker, which I'm going to show you something that I did here with the anchor locker. Okay, so you twist that sideways to unlock it and then pull it up. So here's my anchor rope. I got 200 foot of anchor rope, some stainless steel chain. There's my anchor that was recommended for an 18-foot boat. Now, if you'll notice, see this? This is a foam rubber gym mat, like interlocking gym flooring that I just kind of had some extra. And I just cut it, and slapped it in there. The reason being, I've been in boats before when you're hitting chop, you can hear the person's anchor and anchor chain just like smacking the fiberglass, which is a little annoying, and I don't want to damage the fiberglass. So I put this here, which should make it more quiet and prevent it from damaging the fiberglass. This here is actually a rod tube, which I will show you. So let's go ahead and shut her back down. There we go. Next compartment, twist and open. This is so a lot of storage. Okay, let's not do that again. Jeez. So here is some additional storage, a lot of storage room actually. You can see the rod tube in there, life jackets. I've got the boat bumpers. You can see the top of the gas tank right here toward the front. I like how far forward this gas tank is. That's good. And you're going to be able to put a lot of storage in here. So next we have this really cool cushion seat. This is going to be very comfortable for someone to ride in the front. Cup holders, which is awesome. I've never had cup holders in a boat, and people who've gone with me are always like, you should have cup holders. Not really a priority for me, but it came with it. Sure, I'll enjoy them. This is the bait well. So there's the plug down there to let the water out. This is the overflow piece right here where the water will not overflow. And then of course you have where the water comes in. One of these is outside water and one of these is recirculated water. So you can recirculate the water that's already in it, or you can pump in brand new water whenever you want to. And these are air stones at the bottom. This actually has a bait saver system that you can buy with this boat, which I did. And this will just put air bubbles in to help keep your bait alive right here. So I'm really excited about being able to use this. There are 3 rod holders on either side for 6 total, but you also have rod holders right here. So you extra rod storage right here. And as you can see, there is a bungee cord right here. So this, you can hold your fishing reels up under that to keep them in there. So if you notice the finish on this boat, it ain't perfect. And that's one of my first things I guess I'm gonna comment on about this boat is it's not perfect. And that's okay though, because if you wanted to have an 18-foot boat that's super high, super quality finish, you know, super perfect, you know, now you're spending 65, 80,000, 100,000, you're spending a lot more money. And I'm a fisherman, I fish, okay? So it doesn't have to be a perfect boat, it just has to be fishable. So if you're looking at details on this Mako or any brand new Mako, it's not perfection, but at the same time, for this price point, I think you're getting a really, really good value. All right, let's look at, we've got this seat with the lean post that can go either direction. So you can sit facing forward to drive, or you can sit, if you're anchored and you've got baits out the back, rods out the back, you can turn it the other way. You can sit, have another backrest, prop your feet up here and chill out, okay? By the way, while I'm facing this direction, something the boat did not come with, and that I bought it from Bass Pro Shops, and this is a repair that they don't really do boat repairs. They'll service the engine, but that's kind of a little bit where it stops. They might do a little bit of electronic stuff, but they're not really going to do anything to the boat itself. So I'm going to put, and I'll do a video for this, I'm going to put a rod holder here and here on the back. I'm going to do a flush mount, 15 degree, probably going to angle it outward, back and outward a little bit for 2 reasons. If I'm trolling, or if I've just got a bait, a live bait, cut bait or something just kind of out the back while I'm fishing, I need 2 flush mount rod holders here. Not excited about cutting a hole in my brand new boat, but I know for a fact it's going to be something I need, something I'm going to use. So let's go back to the center console, talk about this. I did add a Garmin fish finder / GPS on this. I lost a bet with my friend Al because I told him that it did not come with GPS because they did not tell me that it did. He told me that every depth finder you buy now comes with GPS, and I was like, nope. And he said, I bet you dinner that it does have GPS. And I said, you're on. And I thought for sure I had a free dinner. And then when I started playing around with it, guess what? It does have GPS. So actually pretty good. I've been using my phone for GPS, but it's nice to have this so that no matter how the phone's doing, no matter about the reception or what the phone goes dead, I can still use it. I don't really need GPS where I fish because I know my fishing spots because I've been going to them for so long. But if there's fog or the phone dies, this will be neat. So you'll see me using this in the future. You got your controls, water pressure. That way you make sure there's nothing, the engine's doing what it's supposed to do. Trim tab control. Here is my remote control for the trolling motor, which we'll be talking more about that in future videos. And I got my kill switch keys. This is just me. I'm paranoid about stuff. So I've got this done in such a way that if my kill switch and key blows out, it can't go anywhere just for traveling. This is the way I have it for traveling. Once I get on the water, obviously I'm going to unattach it. You got your panel controls here, horn. It's not working because you have this power switch right here, which is kind of cool. If I want to kill all the power to the boat, I switch that down. And that's a neat feature because I've had it happen before where if you've got some electronics that's drawing a little electricity, it can kill your battery. So this way I can turn the batteries all off. If I turn it like this, now I just brought power back. You see that lit up? This is the main power switch to the whole console. So I can turn that off or I can turn that on. I'm going to leave it on because if I do this down here, I can kill everything. So there's no need to turn that off. This is my my bait well, actually. No, this is my accessory switch. So if I want to turn on the power up here, I got to turn that on, and now I can turn on my Garmin. Okay, here's my horn. It is pretty daggum loud. It's got the dog barking, pretty cool. And oh yeah, and here's my here's my Pro Air system right here for the live well in the front for aerating my live well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill the power to everything. You do have this storage compartment here, although it's not really much for storage. It's just where your batteries and fire extinguisher there. You got all your batteries right here. It does have an inboard charger I'm gonna show you in a second. But if you want to charge the motor batteries, you do have to just do your own clip-on charger. And I've got some of my safety materials and stuff here. So we do have our cushioned cooler seat. They did tell me that you probably do not need to travel down the road with this because air gets under here and it will tear up the snaps. Also, this can actually blow out as you're traveling down the road if you don't have anything in it. So they told me it's best to not travel with the cooler, which I'll probably pay attention to. Little plier holders right there, pretty neat. If I wanted to add some rod holders or the things, I probably could back here, but I don't think I'm going to because with 6 on the console, 2 and 2 on the other side, that's 10. And then with the rod holders I'm gonna have back here, that's 12. So that will be plenty. Here is the plug-in for the onboard charger. So all I gotta do, this is charging the 2 trolling motor batteries, the 24-volt trolling motor. Just plug in your cord there and you can charge the batteries. And I'll show you that right now. More storage, but you also have the hydraulics to the jack plate, and then you have the dual bank battery charger there. And I don't know if you can see it, but I have a manual pump, a manual bilge pump. I always like having that on a boat just in case, you know, something goes wrong and it's taking on water. I have a manual way to get water out. This is the scupper plug. So this is a self-bailing cockpit. I like this design a lot. When I've had self-bailing cockpits in the past, they would have like a bailing port on the side, and I would find that it would really get a lot of water in it. I like how this has a little dip, so it's recessed down so the water can fall in there. And then what I can do is when I'm on a plane, when I'm running, I can simply have someone pull that plug out or pull that plug out. It'll suck the water out, and then I can just push that plug back in. This is access to some of your wires and things like that. You do have right here your light. It does come with a light that does go into that back socket there. And the other light, actually, I didn't show you. There it is. There's the other light for the front. Goes right there. Okay. Going back here to the other storage compartment, just to give you a look at that. There's the other storage compartment. I already have put a cooler here. This cooler is a cheap one. It sucks, okay? It does not do a good job at all. But the good thing about it is having it also in another console with sun protection, that's gonna make it work good enough. And I like anything that I can put inside, you know, storage and not have laying around the boat. I like it. Nothing bothers me more in a boat than having stuff that you can trip on. I like to keep it clear and clean because when you're fishing and you know, you really got to move around real quick and do different stuff, it's better to have a lot more space. A couple features about the engine that are pretty neat. Here's your trim. So if you're attaching your transom saver, that's what that's called down there that I talked about earlier, a transom saver, you can trim this up or down here. And this is very cool. Loosen that. Pull that out. You might go, what in the world is that? That is your freshwater rinse. So I can unscrew this cap right here, hook a water hose to it, turn it on, and I can rinse fresh water through my motor when I get home. You don't even have to crank the motor, just do it just like that. That's a very cool feature. I love that. And here's a better look at the Mercury 4-stroke. They had like a XS or something model that's supposed to be, you know, better in some kind of way. But again, you know, engine performance, I'm not racing, I'm not doing tournaments, so this will be just fine. Let's take a look under the boat for a little bit. I really do like the way this trailer was designed. If you look at that, they brought the trailer down some, and they do have some kind of a scuff guard there, so really preventing the trailer from damaging the boat. And I love the bumpers as well. So this looks like it's gonna load up really, really easy. And of course you've got the guides on the sides here, but also check out the rims. What? This kind of surprised me. I mean, that's a pretty insane rim for a boat trailer. It almost makes me feel bad about dunking in salt water, but pretty fresh looking tires. That's kind of crazy how they made nice tires like that. Turbo, what are you doing? You like the tires, buddy? Huh? You want to speak? Speak. Speak. Hey, speak. Turbo. Speak. One last thing I wanted to talk about, anchoring. So you saw my anchor in the front, but I am a very big fan of a stakeout pole anchor. So one of my friends in the video, Neil, is going to be giving me a 10-foot stakeout pole anchor, which will be perfect for this boat. And what I'm thinking about doing is building or attaching some kind of a mounting system right here along the side for the 10-foot anchor pole, or I may find some way to put it inside the rod holder underneath here. Not sure yet, but I'm going to put my 10-foot stakeout pole somewhere here, and then I'm going to build or create some kind of a mounting system on the back. So this would probably be a good place somewhere in here to put the mounting bracket or something for the stakeout pole. I mean, I could always buy, Scotty makes a stakeout pole bracket, which I could probably attach here or here, but just not sure quite yet how I'm gonna do that yet. But I definitely love having a stakeout pole. A lot of times it's a better option than anchoring. It's more quiet, it's easier, so we're gonna work on that for sure. So there is the new 2023 Mako 18 LTS. Probably be posting some more videos as I figure out how to operate all this stuff that I've never really had before.